Hello students, today's point of discussion is analytical tests for phenol. Now phenol can be detected by doing number of chemical tests. Let's discuss very popular, very famous tests, I mean analytical tests for phenol. So very first and very popular analytical test for phenol is Lieberman's nitroso reaction, or one can say in simple word that the Lieberman's nitroso test. So this is very crucial and important test. So what we need to do in this? So we need to treat phenol with NaNO2, that is sodium nitrite, and concentrated H2SO4. So on doing this, we get the para-nitrosophenol, which happens to be green in color. Para-nitrosophenol get rearranged to its more stable form, what we called oxime form. Then later oxime tend to react with phenol again, and that lead to the formation of indophenol, and indophenol happens to be red in color, and when this indophenol is dissolved in aqueous solution of NaOH, then its salt is obtained, which is bluish in color. So colors are very important in this reaction. Let's see step by step. So first of all, what happens when we treat phenol with what this is supposed to be the phenol. Now when we react this phenol with NaNO2 and H2SO4, then remember nitrosylation takes place, and that lead to the formation of this ingredient, what we call this is the para-nitrosophenol. And remember, para-nitrosophenol so obtained is green in color. So this is greenish. Now this para-nitrosophenol get rearranged to its more stable form, what we called the oxime form. And remember, the oxime form of it can be given as, so it is also greenish in color, no doubt. Now exactly what happens? This oxime get protonated. We are using H2SO4 right here. So proton attacks on oxygen, and that lead to the formation of protonated derivative, and that protonated derivative can be given as, so this is the protonated derivative in which oxygen bears positive as it used its lone pair. So right here what happens, along with this pair of electron, thereby departure of water takes place, and this nitrogen now bears positive charge. So the next intermediate so obtained can be given as. Now look at this species where nitrogen contains what? Positive charge. Now this species can act as electrophile. So what happens? Phenol at para position basically get attacked by this electrophile. This is electrophilic substitution, and this pair is utilized for that, due to which this carbon bears what? Positive charge. And this lead to the formation of a species that can be given in this manner. So this is the species so obtained. Now remember, this is the phenol which ultimately get attacked. So the hydrogen from here can be given as, and the pi bonded electron pair get utilized to receive this electrophile. So this carbon bears positive charge. Now look what happens. Ultimately deprotonation takes place. So this electron pair may get shared like this, and hydrogen in the form of proton get departured. So we get a new species which can be given as, so this is the species so obtained. Remember, this is called indophenol, and indophenol is reddish in color. Now when we dissolve this indophenol in aqueous solution of NaOH, then this, we know very well in phenols, OH group is acidic. Why? Because negative ion so formed is stabilized by resonance. So the salt is obtained, and that salt so obtained can be given in this manner. So remember, this is the salt so obtained, and this salt of indophenol is blue in color, in fact deep blue in color. So if such type of color changes observed when we treat, when we carry or conduct these operations, then no doubt the sample is of phenol directly, and this very popular test is known as Lieberman's nitroso test. Another very important analytical test for phenol which can be discussed is the reaction with aqueous neutral ferric chloride. So second test for phenol is the reaction with aqueous neutral ferric chloride, that is FeCl3. So let's see what happens when phenol is subjected to the aqueous neutral FeCl3. Remember, this test is shown by phenol, and basically this test is used to distinguish phenol from alcohols. But prior to that, this can be the analytical test for phenol also. So what happens when we treat phenol, that is C6H5OH, this is phenol, with what? Ferric chloride, aqueous neutral ferric chloride, then as a result of which a ferric phenoxide complex is obtained along with HCl. Now this ferric phenoxide complex is violet in color. So phenols undergo reaction with aqueous neutral FeCl3 producing ferric phenoxide, which is violet in color. So this indicates that the sample is of phenol if you are treating phenol with aqueous neutral FeCl3. So this was the second analytical test for phenol. And third very important test for phenol is reaction with bromine water. Reaction with bromine water. It is an electrophilic substitution reaction, remember. So when we treat phenol with bromine water, then ultimately 2,4,6 tribromophenol is obtained as a product. So remember, this is the product so obtained with the departure of HBr. Now what is the beauty of the product? Remember, this is a white PPT. I mean, phenol react with bromine water producing white PPT of 2,4,6 tribromophenol. So deposition of precipitate indicates that the sample is of phenol. So these are some of the analytical tests for phenol. Thank you very much.